You know, when you see this fragrant herb, chances are you're thinking of a perfectly cooked steak or maybe a delicious roast. But what if I told you that this simple garnish holds the key to boosting your memory, fighting stress, and that you could grow a whole garden of it from just one single cutting?
So I gotta ask, is your experience with rosemary pretty much just limited to the dinner plate? Because today we're about to go way beyond the kitchen and uncover the incredible world hidden inside these tiny little green leaves. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll start with its European roots, then dive into its amazing health benefits. After that, I'm gonna show you exactly how to grow it yourself. We'll explore all its versatile uses, and we'll even look at how it can create some real economic value. So let's get into it. Okay, first things first. What exactly is rosemary? Well, it's this super fragrant herb that originally comes from the Mediterranean region, and it has this unique, kind of spicy, hot flavor. And even though it's a European native, it's now grown and loved all over, including right here in Thailand.
Its fancy scientific name is Rosmarinus officinalis, and you'll know it by those iconic needle-like green leaves. The cool thing is, it's absolutely packed with vitamins, minerals, and these powerful plant compounds called phytochemicals. Think of them as the plant's own natural defense system, which is what gives it so many of its health perks. Now, most of us know it from cooking or in essential oils, but that is just scratching the surface.
All right, let's switch gears and move from the kitchen to, well, the science lab. The research behind rosemary's benefits is seriously fascinating. So let's pull back the curtain and explore the powerful health properties hidden in this amazing herb.
The list of health benefits is, well, it's pretty incredible. Studies are showing it can help boost memory by protecting key chemicals in our brain. It's also loaded with these powerful antioxidants, specifically carnosic and rosmarinic acid, which act like little bodyguards for your cells, fighting off damage. And beyond that, it can help soothe your stomach, protect your nervous system, and even help combat hair loss. It's amazing.
So you're probably wondering, how much do I need? Well, to safely get all these great benefits, the recommended daily amount, whether that's in your food or as a dried herb, is right around 4 to 6 grams. It's all about getting that sweet spot without overdoing it.
And speaking of safety, this is super important. A few precautions. If you have an allergy to aspirin, if you're pregnant, or if you have a seizure disorder, you should probably avoid rosemary. And here's the big one. Never, ever swallow the concentrated essential oil. It's only for aromatic use, not for ingesting. Please be careful.
Okay, now for what might be my favorite part. Getting your hands dirty. And believe it or not, you don't need to be some master gardener to grow your own rosemary. You can literally grow a whole garden from just one single healthy sprig. And you know what? You really don't need a bunch of fancy gear. Just grab a healthy cutting, some sharp scissors, a glass of water, or some basic potting mix, a small pot, and a plastic bag to lock in that humidity. Rooting hormone can help, but it's totally optional.
Method 1. This is by far the easiest way to get started, especially if you're a beginner. All you got to do is take your cutting, strip off the lower leaves so they don't rot, and pop it in a glass of water. Just change out the water every couple of days, and in a few weeks you'll start to see little roots sprout out. Once they're a few centimeters long, it's ready for soil.
All right, on to method 2, propagating straight into soil. You'll prep the sprig the exact same way. Then, if you have some rooting hormone, you can dip the end in there. Plant it in some moist potting mix, and here's the key. Cover the whole thing with a plastic bag. This creates a tiny little greenhouse, trapping moisture and encouraging those roots to grow.
Okay, listen up, because this might be the single most important secret to keeping your rosemary happy: watering. Rosemary absolutely hates having wet feet. So what you want to do is water it really well until you see water drain out of the bottom of the pot. But then, and this is key, you have to let the soil get dry to the touch before you water it again. Overwatering is the #1 killer of rosemary plants.
All right, so you've successfully grown your own thriving rosemary plant. So now what do you do with it? Let's explore all the cool and creative ways you can use it in your daily life, and trust me, we're going way beyond the Sunday roast. You know, this philosophy from Dharani, who owns Fra Sutram Farm, it just says it all. She actually healed herself using natural remedies and truly believes that plants are our medicine. Thinking like this really transforms rosemary from just an ingredient into a real tool for wellness.
One of the easiest and coziest ways to use it is by making a simple rosemary tea. Just take a few sprigs, fresh or dried is fine, maybe add a slice of lemon or a bit of mint for extra flavor, and pour hot water over everything. Let it steep for a few minutes, and that's it. It's so soothing, great for a sore throat, and just perfect for unwinding.
Here's another fantastic idea, especially for warmer weather: infused water. All you do is add a few fresh rosemary sprigs to a big pitcher of cold water, maybe with some lemon slices or mint. Let it hang out in the fridge for a few hours to infuse. It's this really elegant, refreshing drink that you see in all the trendy health cafes, and it's so ridiculously easy to make yourself.
Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. Your simple gardening hobby can actually become a little source of income. Let's look at how you can take this one amazing plant and create a whole range of valuable products from it.
I mean, just think about the possibilities here. You could create natural mosquito repellents, homemade shampoos that can help with hair growth, even things like anti-wrinkle serums thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties. And of course, you can always just bundle up the dried herb and sell it for people to cook with. The potential is honestly huge.
So we started with an herb that you might only see on a dinner plate, and we've discovered its power to heal, how easy it is to grow, and its potential to become a small business. And it all starts with just one single sprig. The only question left is, what will your rosemary story be?